Hello fellow tube surfers, this is Bubba Drew, and today I am bringing you, well, what's really my first diecast video on my main channel. As I said before, I used to have a channel dedicated to that kind of a thing, but barely anyone saw it, so I decided I was going to incorporate it in the main channel, and to start off the week with something a bit different from the norm. So, as you can see, my setup is kind of interesting. I got what I'm going to be showing off up here. In the background we have the Thundershift 500 box, and we still have the set as well. Thought I'd make a pretty good background. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the showcase of these. Today, I'm showcasing the Majorette Vision Gran Turismo set of 5 cars. They're supposed to be from the game Gran Turismo, which is a game I personally like. This right here is the Nissan Vision 2020 Gran Turismo. Don't really know how I could showcase it here. They're pretty well detailed. I mean, Majorette is really good at what they do as far as detail and all that kind of stuff is concerned. On the bottom here. Oh, it's upside down. Let's see if I can correct that. I also really like it that they're not all the same exact scale. Like this one, it's 1/63rd scale, but they're all kind of centered around the 3-inch measurement. Yeah, I've seen this as being kind of like everyone's favorite Gran Turismo, Vision Gran Turismo concept car. And I can see why, because Nissan and the Skyline and the GTR have a very essential role in the Gran Turismo series, and this car is pretty much like a well, a future vision of a Skyline concept, really. Alright, so that's that one done. Right here is one of my personal favorites. This is the Infinity concept Vision Gran Turismo. It's a lot more curvaceous, I guess you could call it. I remember the car that they actually made was actually silver and not yellow. But I don't mind. I mean, the yellow kind of gives it more of a pizzazz, if you will. Oh, I got it right side up this time. Yeah, another thing I want to note as I'm kind of showcasing this, I'm not really reviewing per se, I'm just kind of showing them off, that kind of thing. Once again, pretty good detail, although on the grill, I don't know if you can see it on camera, there's some chips in the paint on the grill detail. Oh well, you can't be perfect with everything. Yeah, it's a pretty cool casting. I wish the spoiler could have been done better. Up next is another favorite of mine and the first Vision Gran Turismo car, the Mercedes-Benz AMG Vision Gran Turismo. I really like this one. This one is like full-on Mercedes 300 SL looking thing. You can definitely see it on the side profile and the way the fenders are. Quite like, oh, excuse me. I quite like the detail on it, although once again with the weird spoiler sticking up. And with all of these, the wheels are kind of stationary. They don't have shocks like some of Majorette's other offerings. I'll have to show off some more of them in some future videos. But yeah, once again, another really cool casting of the first Gran Turismo car. Next up, we got the Mitsubishi, man, I don't remember the name of this one. Let's see here. The XR PHEV Vision Gran Turismo. This one's kind of interesting because in the game you can drive it on dirt tracks as well as paved circuits. I don't think any of the other cars will allow you to do that. Got a crazy spoiler going on. The styling's all angular, and the headlights go way up into the hood, which I find kind of weird. And this is an exclusive color variation to this 5-car set. The original version was white and red instead of red and black like this. And it's, as I said, the color is exclusive to the set. Kind of weird rear end, I must say. And finally, we move on to my personal favorite, the Alpine Vision Gran Turismo. This one right here I really like, number one, because it's Alpine, and Alpine make really good sports cars. The A110 comes to mind. And this is definitely inspired by an older Alpine race car from the 50s, or 60s, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, anyone who's knowledgeable on that kind of stuff in the comments. I love the rear end. It's almost like looking at the thruster of a spaceship. You know what I mean? Of course, once again, gonna look at the undercarriage. Yeah, also, this is another exclusive color variation with this black and blue. The original color variation for this casting was blue and orange. Number 36 Alpine, as you can see. We got the vents right here. And it's a single-seater, much like a lot of the older race cars were. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. And of course, we got the traditional Alpine dual headlight design, although more modernized, of course. Oh, and I kind of forgot to mention, for those of you who don't know what Vision Gran Turismo is, unless, of course, if you figured that out already, it was a program that Polyphony Digital, the developers of Gran Turismo, did. They challenged car companies to come up with their own, well, vision, really, of a proper Grand Touring car, or Gran Turismo car. And I gotta say, there's some really interesting ones that they made. The only one I'm missing out of the entire Majorette Gran Turismo collection, though, is the Peugeot, which is a really cool one, and I'll probably showcase it once I get it. But yeah, that should just about do it. I know it's something that's a bit different, and some people are probably just gonna, you know, pass it up anyways, because it's not a gaming video of mine. But I figured, you know, not everyone has to like the videos that I post. And I hope some of you can understand that. But yeah, anyways, my dog's in the background. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to leave a comment saying so. This is something that I've really been wanting to do, so I'll continue it just because it's something that I really am passionate about. Yeah, other than that, I will see you all later. Bye. See my fingers.